Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, it looks like yesterday, when I was watching Geeks Gators Daily, they brought in the number of the Superman budget, the so-called budget for Superman. Now, we've been hearing a lot that when they were in the Cleveland, Ohio, and they did a lot of shooting and everything, their budget was at $363 million. James Gunn denied all that. He denied all that. Then there was a rumor that was like 220. Then there was one that was 180. So it's like, okay, what is this? What are we doing? What is going on? And this has happened before with with Marvel's Captain America, Brave New World, and the Snow White so-called budget. And I would not believe James Gunn's budget is that real, man. So let's take a read at this and you guys let me know what you think. Superman new report reveals how much it needs to turn a profit and what failure would mean for DC's future. So let's take a read at it. This July, Superman arrives in theaters and its success, or potential lack thereof, would dictate the DCU's future. What happens? Peacemaker Season 2, Lanterns, and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow are on the way. However, the future beyond that is uncertain. So, of course, Peacemaker Season 2 is in production, Lanterns is in production, and so is Supergirl. So, basically, if this Superman movie fails, in the box office, bro, that means this will be, these shows will be the last time that we're going to see it. And after that, it's a scrap. But like I said, dude, this movie needs to make the money and it needs to get the fans. But if not, it is going to fail. So here we go. According to a new report from The Wrap, Superman has a $225 million budget. Supposedly. The trade spoke to our one talent agent who believes this movie will need to gross at least $700 million worldwide if it hopes to be considered a success. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't believe this budget could be legit, bro, because nowadays it can be false. It can be lied, you know? So I think if, let's just say, if the real budget was $363 million, if that was the budget, it would need at least $1 billion to cross over. At least $1 billion. But like I said, dude, I mean, with this happening, bro, I wouldn't believe it. While release dates are important, I don't think the challenge is Jurassic World Rebirth or any other film. The challenge is almost entirely a question of if Superman resonates with today's audience. Did they successfully update an Eisenhower era character as so the 2025 Gen Z audience can identify with him? The simple brand recognition of Superman will probably take them to or close to 500 million worldwide, but anything above that will be because the audience identifies with the title character. Yeah, that's what I think, man, because look, with everything that I've read on Superman, on what is going on and what James Gunn, how he's doing it and everything, I don't know, man. I'm a bit worried about this. So we'll see. Let's continue. Another source believes 500 million would be enough for Superman to turn a small profit. Warner Brothers Discovery expects more, though, especially as David Zaslav is banking on DC, Harry Potter, and The Lord of the Rings to help turn around the studio's recent financial struggles. If Superman underperforms, it sounds like big changes could be made to DC Studios' plans. 2026 has already taken shape with the projects mentioned above, but 2027 is less certain following the apparent cancellation of Sergeant Rock. That's what happened. Supergirl is a much safer bet than, say, Sergeant Rock, which despite a good package, is a property with zero awareness in the greater landscape. There are better superheroes ripe for adaptation in the DC library. The DC Insider, meanwhile, adds, outside of anything Batman related, DC will most likely wait to react to how Superman performs before deciding on which superhero from their library to tackle next. Greenlighting Supergirl may seem risky, but it extends the new universe they are trying to establish and shows a commitment to the larger brand. With the Batman Part 2 seemingly stuck in the limbo and development on The Brave and the Bold moving at a glacial pace, the DCU relying on the Dark Knight to turn things around could be easier said than done. Still, there are already rumblings that James Gunn is planning a world's finest movie, pairing Superman up with Batman in what would be a safe bet and potential guarantee fit for the DC studios. It feels oddly similar to the way Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice followed the Man of Steel. It's hard to imagine Warner Brothers Discovery ditching Gunn and Peter Safran at the first sign of trouble. They likely be allowed to right the ship with a 2027 slate that brings some bigger name characters to theaters. For now, though, outside of Superman and a few others, Gunn remains focused on producing movies and TV shows highlighting C-listers like Amanda Waller, Booster Gold, Clayface, and Swamp Thing. He needs to expand the franchise beyond familiar characters. So taking some risks is necessary given how much the brand was tarnished by the DCEU. So it's like I said, dude. It's like I said. If this movie does not make the budget, if it does not make it, this movie's done, bro. This movie could be done. But I'm hoping this movie is good, bro. I hope this movie is good. I really do. But with everything that I have read, it doesn't look like a good sign, bro. It doesn't seem like a good sign for it. But you guys let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of this? So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and as always, thank you for watching this video, thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye everyone.